Joe Biden's student debt relief. Who qualifies, what qualifies, and how do you get it? Stay tuned. Okay, so today we're talking about Joe Biden's student debt relief program, recently announced. Now, I do work with mostly retirees, and most of those people do not have student debt, but they all have somebody that they care about in their lives, a friend, a family member, child, grandchild, neighbor, that this does impact. And it's important to share this information with those that we care about. Now, this program has come under great scrutiny. We're talking about people saying this is unfair. I paid off my debt. Why do you get your loan forgiven? Some people are even saying it's unconstitutional. The fact of the matter is that it is here to stay. So whether we agree with it or don't agree with it, it's important to embrace this and make sure that we understand the facts. Let's start with who qualifies for loan forgiveness. You're going to be looking at tax line 11. This is adjusted gross income. So as you look at your 2020 and 21 tax returns, look at line 11. If you are an individual, you're going to look for that line to be less than $125,000. If you are married or you're filing head of household, that line needs to be less than $250,000. So we're talking about an income threshold. If your income is below those levels, you are going to be qualifying for student debt relief. Now let's take a look at what loans actually qualify for forgiveness. Now, the only loans that are being forgiven are federally issued loans from the Department of Education. If you don't know if you have federal loans or other loans, the best way to check this out is look at the person or the entity that you're paying. If you're paying United States Treasury, chances are you have a federal loan that will be forgiven. If you are paying Discover, or you're paying your local bank, or you're paying back your aunt, these loans will not be forgiven. It's just that simple. Another way to understand and find out if you actually have federal loans, again, go to studentaid.gov. The only loans that are going to qualify for student debt forgiveness are going to be federally issued loans. It's just that simple. Okay, so now that we've determined that we qualify for loan forgiveness and we've determined that we have federally issued student debt, how do we get our hands on this money? For most of us, this is going to be very, very simple. You know, the federal government probably will screw this up too, but it should be very easy for them, right? I told you to look at your tax returns. Who has your tax returns? The federal government. I told you this is only for federal loans. Who gave you the money? The federal government. Can the two departments put their heads together and figure this out? Theoretically, they should be able to. Theoretically, they're going to. They say they're going to take care of this, i.e., millions of Americans, for most of us, we're not going to have to do anything. We'll be forgiven debt just because the government put two and two together. The timing of this is still up in the air. We are seeing that some people will start getting refunds or forgiveness as early as October. All student loan forgiveness will be done before the end of 2022. So if you filed your tax returns, you really don't have to do anything. If you're antsy or you didn't file your tax return, go to ed.gov and check it out for yourself. You can apply, but the process is very simple. If you qualify, you're going to get your loan forgiven. That's it. Okay, so hopefully this video was clear, made sense, and was helpful. Again, a lot of us who are watching might not have student loans, but we know somebody in our lives that do. So feel free to share this with somebody that you feel can benefit from this. If you're watching this on social, go ahead and like our channel, subscribe to our channel, follow us. There's a lot of retirement info and interesting financial information that we're putting out weekly. And as always, if you want to go to the Cyr Financial blog, you can check out all the videos we've put out since the beginning of time. There's a ton of useful information out there. I hope you'd enjoy this video today. Thanks and take care.